air passes out of that orifice into here, it does some siphoning, you might say, of the powder out of the hopper. So it just picks up the powder. It's, in all the descriptions, they refer to it as a pump.
You say it will only take half an hour to set this part up, right?
Yeah, it's about a half hour or so. I've got a bunch of hoses to stretch out here.
Okay.
And this is a
What is that for?
This plugs onto here, and when you put powder in here, and there's an air connection on that tank.
Is it right here?
Yeah, right there.
All right.
That air connection hooks to this fitting right back here. It hooks to this fitting right here, and this you adjust the amount of air that goes underneath that plate. And we'll take that lid off there, and you'll see a white membrane in there. Let's go ahead and do that. When you put powder, you'll load this up. You don't fill it up with powder. Maybe load it up about halfway. And as you start fluidizing that powder, it gets air between the particles. And you'll notice when you start out with half, when you get it all fluidized good, it may be close to full, you know, with all the air around it. And the powder gets like a fluid almost. You put your hands in it, you know, and you can feel it's just real. It's not packed. It's a lot of air between the particles. And that's very important so that this pump will pick it up. If you have a real tight packed powder, it won't pick it up through the tube. So
I see. And you can adjust the amount of powder that flows through this by turning that, I guess?
Right.
Okay.
Now this tube right here is connected to this first regulator.
Okay.
Of course, the higher the pressure, the more air you're going across the venturi, the more powder you pull up. Now, since we're not going to have any powder today, when you put the powder in there, and you'll turn on this air a little bit, you may not see any air coming up through there, and you may have to take a stick or something and just kind of stir it, and you'll get that powder moving, you know. And once it gets fluidized good, you'll see you want just a few bubbles coming up through there. It's like a simmer almost. You'll see you don't want it really rolling and boiling. You just want a small amount of air coming up through there. And that's ideal for this pump to pick it up. This vent hose, as you're introducing air into the bottom, of course the air's got to come out somewhere, and it comes out through this vent hose. If you're using a booth, they will just lay that hose over on the floor of the booth, so the booth will pick it up. And you shouldn't see a lot coming out, just a small amount coming out.
I see. The dot hooks up right there to let the to let the air out.
Right.
Okay. That makes sense.
If you don't put it on there, then you'll look over here and you'll see a little puff of air coming out with it. It'll have some powder in it.
Right, I see. So that's just to redirect the air.
Just a vent. Basically a vent for that hopper.
Okay. Makes sense. What's in all these little boxes?
Yeah. A hose.